Welcome to Speak Free with Mattyg, the podcast that celebrates free speech, truth, and open discussion. Hello and welcome to episode 25 of Speak Free with Mattyg. I'm joined here today by Ruby Visocchi, also known as Ruby V. We did a radio show together, so this is a bit of a... Yeah, it is much easier. It's like a reunion for us, basically. So thank you for coming on. We were meant to do it last week. I was sick. Then the floods happened, so we didn't know if we were going to have it this week. Also, just wanted to say to the Hawkesbury community, my heart goes out to anyone affected by the floods. Once again, third time this year, fourth time in less than 18 months, and it's insane. It's insane. But we won't be talking about floods today. We're going to be trying to up the mood, I guess. We're going to be talking about some serious topics, but we're also going to be having a bit of fun too. Also, if you're wondering what happened with the mic, someone has taken the other mic. Do not know where it is.
So if I do sound a bit weird, that's probably why.
Yeah, we've had to use a makeshift mic here.
I'm trying to keep it there.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
Yeah, you'll be right. Yeah, I know. Well, that's the worst part is that podcast is meant to be like chill and just have a conversation, and now you have to like hold a fucking mic the whole time.
That's fine.
People watching this probably thinking, well, you could have held the mic about me, but yeah. Okay. All right, sweet. Well, we're going to be covering some, important topics today. We're going to be talking mental health. You have a bit of experience in that, in terms of you did your Cert 4 in
mental health, yeah. Now I'm on to diploma. Nearly finished diploma.
Nearly finished the diploma, yeah.
Qualified with that at the end of November.
Yeah, awesome. And you've talked, obviously, a bit, done a bit of work within that field as well, with disability care and that, which mental health sort of goes hand in hand with that line of work. Yeah. We'll be covering that, and then we'll also be talking about the radio and our experience together doing a radio show. So yeah, it was good times. It was great. I do miss it actually. I must say. Yeah.
I do. Like Wednesday nights.
Yeah, every Wednesday night I'm like, yeah, I used to be there.
I know.
Yeah, it's sad now.
Yeah, it's sad, but I feel like we'll sometimes we'll go back to it, I think. Sometimes I think we'll go back to a show later on. Maybe. You never know. You never know. I mean, we're doing this now, so that's exciting. Exactly.
Yeah. But we'll talk about the serious stuff first. And obviously mental health. What made you want to get involved in doing a diploma in mental health? And it sounds a bit selfish, but probably for myself, like my own mental health issues and my family around me that I've grown up around, it was to help people. That was the initial kind of want for me to do it, but it was also I just really wanted to help myself. So that's pretty much where it started. And from there I just really loved helping people, so I wanted to go more into depth with study about it. Yeah. And when did you start your diploma? Like so obviously you start with a Cert
4. Yeah. Well, you can start with diploma, but they prefer you to do the Cert 4 first, so you get a feel of how intense that study is. Yeah. So my Cert 4 took a year, and then my diploma is taking only a year because I've done my Cert 4 already. So it's advanced entry.
Right, okay.
I can't say things properly sometimes.
We know. If anyone wants to listen to our radio show, they would know.
I always muddle up my words because I mumble. If anyone was ever interested in doing it, feel free to reach out to me, because the TAFE that I go to, they always run so many courses. Mount Druitt, they're the best for mental health, the industry. To go there. So, it's really good. Yeah.
And with disability care, obviously you took up that role, how long ago now?
I resigned about only 6 months ago, but I was in the role for about a year and a bit.
Yeah.
But it was disability and mental health. So that, like you said before, they're connected. So someone that has a physical disability, they're obviously going to struggle with their mental health because they can't do things that they want to do.
Yeah.
So that comes into play the other way around. If you have like mental health just in general, like it can affect you physically, the way you eat, the way you sleep.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. And it sort of goes hand in hand with, it correlates with everything. And that's what I try and really put out there, is that mental health is just as important. Like, it's the same. If you have a mental illness, it should be treated the same way as if you just were in a car accident, or if you have cancer, or if you have, it's something wrong with how a body should function, and it should be treated like that rather than like shunned, like, oh, they're fucking crazy, or they're loony, or whatever, all these stigma that comes up about it. That there still is today, even though there's a lot of shit out there, Are You Okay Day and all this stuff, which I think is good to some extent, but it's definitely good. Like, it gets the conversation going, but I think there's still so much fucking stigma behind it. And
that's because it's been like instilled in our society to think that way about mental health. Like, you ask people that were from, let's say, a generation 40 years ago, they would say that mental health is non-existent. It's just, you're just being a sook, rub some dirt on it. But like, there is mental health. It is existing, and it's actually really sad to see how many young people we're losing from it. Yeah.
Do you think men have it worse in terms of mental health? I mean, suicide stats sort of speak for themselves, but
100% they do, yeah.
And have you noticed that within your work as well, and within your studies, that there is that extra stigma behind men to speak out?
So we like learn in the TAFE course that I'm doing. We're doing a lot about like the statistics and everything like that, and from the statistics, it's showing that men actually struggle much more than women. Women vocalize it, and that's why the stats for them are always so popular. But because the vocalizing from men are very low, like, a man will probably say once in their whole lifetime if they feel depressed. Like, I don't know, that's just how they were brought up or something like that. But yeah, I've noticed more in the industry that I'm in that the men are actually having trouble more with their suicidal thoughts. They're struggling with their body image more than women do, which is really interesting because everyone says, oh, women like are the only ones that struggle with body image. No, guys do. These magazines like that show the fitness. I'm not sure what they're called.
Yeah,
men's health.
Yeah, men's health and that. Yeah.
It's always just saying like you've got to eat healthy and everything like that to have a body that like that, but it's also about like how much you sleep, how much, you know what I mean? Like, it's everything involved, like who you're friends with, and yeah.
And do you think, like, with men, I guess, I'm pretty big on this, and
so am I.
It just seems like it's often just too late when we realize that someone's struggling. And I don't want to come across like, that there's a sex wars here, like between genders when it comes to mental health, but do you think there is a stigma amongst women that men should just be tough, just get over it, shut up, fucking be a man, and and get on with it?
I'm not one of those people. Like, personally, I'm not, but sadly, that's what I see all the time. And if a guy does cry, it's like a massive shock. Have you ever been with a group of friends and, like the guy cries in the group and all the rest of the mates like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
I have seen that happen. That happened. I won't obviously name names, but that did happen, and it was, I saw a lot of support too, which was good.
That's good.
But it was like it became a bigger thing, whereas if it's like a girl crying, it's like kind of like
she's
just drunk, or she's just going through an emotional fucking whatever the fuck. But yeah, I do see that it's like it's a much bigger sort of deal. It's like a out of the blue sort of thing
Yep.
for a guy to show that level of emotion.
I think that there should be more help towards men, actually. Like, I think that there should be more, not, I wouldn't say so much advertising, but more awareness of what's around for men to get help. So, like, make them know what services are near them to help them. We only know women's services. Do you find that? It's more vocalised that there's a women's shed, yeah?
I think it's gotten a lot better in the last probably 5-10 years, I would say. Like, there's a lot of initiatives out there. I mean, Penrith Men's Walk and Talk is a really good one.
That one's... I've actually read into that one.
Yeah, I interviewed them when we're at uni, me and my mate Mossy. Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
I didn't interview them myself, but my mate did. But super interesting. Like, such a great idea. And to, you know, give that outlet for a guy to feel that he isn't alone, because it isn't vocalized so much between men, and even blokes when they go to, you know, the pub or whatever, they could be going through the worst time in their life, and it's just have another beer and get on with it sort of thing, and it's not.
That's probably what happens, yeah.
And then it's too late, and you know, like I know 2 people from my school year that committed suicide, and both were male, and it's just like, if there's 2 in just that school year, you know, there's so many out there all the time. And it does seem to be the more people I know personally that have been men.
Oh,
and yeah.
Personally as well, that's the case for me. Obviously women still do struggle, and we're pretty much all humans struggle, but I do feel like, the men do not get swept underneath, but maybe just pushed aside to talk about later, not at that exact moment. It's like a fad. When we start talking about feminism goes on for like 3 months, and it's a massive thing. We get protests, then it's gone. The trend's gone. So the next thing now, I'm not sure what's now, but do you know what I'm saying? It's like a trend.
Yeah.
So once it gets talked about enough, maybe they'll do a whole thing about men like they did for feminism. I'm not sure. Yeah,
and I don't want to take anything away from women who are struggling as well. You know, mental health is a real thing for both genders. I'm just simply trying to highlight that there is, you know, obviously when men are suiciding at 3 times the rate of women, that there's obviously something very fucking wrong in that there's not enough. But I also think it comes down to a lot of, you know, within just the sort of gendered norms as well of society, those societal sort of pressures to man up and fucking don't show emotion, don't be a weak cunt, don't be, you know, all this negative connotations for men to show emotion, and I think, you know, all it does is hurt us more. That's my take on it anyway. I find when men show emotion, I actually find that it makes them look like they're such a strong person, because they're vulnerable enough to like show you that emotion that they're feeling. Yeah. So I'm not sure. I just find that, I don't get like, you know, you should man up or anything like that. I think it's actually really nice that they feel comfortable enough to show that emotion to you. Yeah. And do you think things like Are You Okay Day and things like that, do you think it takes away from the actual mission of breaking the stigma to put it into sort of just like one day? Do you know what I mean? I get it, and it's a nice thing. I don't want to shit on it at all, but for me, it's like, I think the conversation is so much bigger than just a day in a calendar of being like, are you okay? I think it runs so much deeper than that, and I feel like it's just scratching the surface, things like that. I think that the day's great, but I do think, like, when I was at school, I think that it was taking the piss out of mental health, if you ask me. Kids would go around laughing, are you okay? Tapping you, and what if a kid said to you, no, I'm not okay, I'm actually suicidal? What
what's, they just said, we're going to teach you, are you okay day, which the only thing they taught you was, are you okay? What do you do when that person says, I'm not okay? Do they teach you strategies for that?
Yeah.
I don't think they did.
Not really.
Not
Hey,
really.
yeah. Like it might have changed now, but from when I
Maybe.
was,
Yeah. Maybe.
it was just, it wasn't, it's talked about in such a, I feel like mental health is talked about in such a black and white way in schools. Like, it may have changed now. I've been out of school for fucking 24, I'm turning 25. So, but when we were learning about depression, anxiety and that, it was all very statistical based and things like that. And it's not really getting into the crux of the issue for a lot of people, I think.
What,
and
was that in PE?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And I think it's just like a very scratch of the surface. And I think it's like one of the most important things. Like, I'd rather have, I'd rather want people to know how to deal and approach with people with mental health issues, or to help their mates out, or to be there for them and to sort of break that stigma, rather than them know fucking trigonometry, like,
yeah.
But yeah, and not shitting on maths, whatever.
No.
Not my fucking thing. I can't count.
Don't even ask me.
Yeah, maths is not maths is not my strong suit.
But that's the thing, like, then that's fine that maths isn't your strong point, and I think, like, the school should not like pick you out on that, because you might have other strengths.
Yeah.
And I know.
I don't think they did. I was just making a joke, but yeah. Yeah.
But I actually see, like, the kids going to school and they want to learn about how to take care of a mortgage. Do we learn about that?
Yeah, no, and
that's going to help
the
with
thing.
mental health.
And especially money is a huge impact on mental health.
Yep.
People say money doesn't buy happiness, whatever. Look, if you're financially stable and secure,
yes,
that's one huge less thing to worry about.
Yeah, no, definitely. I don't think it makes your happiness, but it will definitely eliminate other stresses that you have about petrol, food, like we were just talking about before.
Yeah.
Literally, the food right now, and mothers having 5 kids, how would that not cause some mental health issues?
Yeah, 100%. Like, and that's the thing. Like, the cost of living, man. Like, we're going to see mental health issues skyrocket.
In a few years, I think that it will be pretty bad.
And it's all because we shut down the world for fucking flu. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't have to get into it. We don't have to get into COVID.
Views.
Yes, I do know your views. They're similar to mine.
Yes.
If anyone's wondering.
Yeah. And I don't want people to think that I don't think that COVID is a serious thing if you do have it. But I think we're all entitled to different views.
Yeah, and we're entitled to question it. Like, I think a lot of things should be questioned from what happened in the past 2.5, however many years we're at now.
I think,
almost 2.5 years.
Sad.
2.5 years now. Yeah, it's what is it? 2022 July. Yeah, 2.5 years. So, but yeah, and the world's fucked now for I have my views on why that is as well. Bit of a conspiracy theory, but yeah.
No,
but
that's good. That's actually good that you're researching and stuff. And
like I would say I'm pretty awake to what's really going on, but other people may just think I'm a crazy fucking tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theorist, but that's alright.
It's funny because they think that you're crazy, but it's quite interesting if they actually read some of the stuff. Pretty sure that 100%. They believe it.
Well, they don't want to, like, people who just automatically go, you're a conspiracy theorist. They haven't looked into anything. They watch the news, and that's what they believe.
They don't like it because you think outside the box, right?
Yeah.
You're born in this society and you're supposed to think in the box.
Yeah, you're programmed to think a certain way from birth.
When you think outside the box and you think of things that others don't think about, it's kind of threatening. Yeah, people don't like that.
No. They like to feel safe, and that everyone thinks the same way they do, and we think this, and I just like to question it. I just like to pose those questions to the to the world. But enough about fucking COVID. Fuck. But yeah, basically, with your line in disability care, what are some things you saw that were obviously you resigned? Was there a reason for that? You just didn't want to do it anymore, or is it taxing on your? It's a hard job, right?
I actually found that I didn't get help for my mental health and support from my work while I was doing it. So I found that I wasn't getting that support, that debriefing that you really need to when you're a worker in mental health and disability. I did love the job, and I actually am quite sad that I'm not doing it right now. But it came into just you needing to take care of yourself as well.
Yeah.
And that was the debriefing that I needed to be able to talk to someone. And in that field of work, you're supposed to have that. But unfortunately, I didn't get much of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are some things you saw within your clients that made you sort of think, or that sort of showed you the effects of what disability can add to in terms of their mental health and mental health issues?
Yeah, definitely. One of my clients, one of the ones that I really enjoyed working with, he was just a really lovely guy, and he had this really bad obsession with collecting things. So, a hoarder, they would call it. And that really affected his mental health because he couldn't clean his house because there was things piled up, and that affects your mental health because you go into a depression, like you can't do anything because you can't move anything, like the whole house was filled with things. So obviously it also stopped him from exercising because he actually couldn't get outside of his door sometimes.
Yeah,
Because
jeez.
it was so high. So I guess that was really hard because when I came there, I just saw like he didn't really want that for his life. But when you have that, it's actually a disability. When you have hoarding, it's really hard to stop.
Yeah.
Like,
and you see some people, they literally they just have so much shit that they cannot get rid of. They can't bring themselves to get rid of anything.
Yeah, it's really, it's actually not talked about enough, but it's like a major, it's a major thing that everyone should learn about, hoarding.
Yeah, it's that attachment to these items. And it's such a strong attachment, isn't it? Like
it causes like distress.
Yeah. We'll probably leave some of the mental health stuff to the side for now. Because obviously after the floods and that, I want to give people a bit of a laugh. On here.
No, definitely. I'm glad that you called me on here to talk a bit about it because it's really, I think it's really nice to just be comfortable about talking about mental health. Yeah,
I 100% agree. And, that was one of when I started this podcast, obviously, I had different goals and stuff I wanted to set out, but one of the main ones was to talk about mental health openly. And, and I've tried to do that in my personal life as well as on here. And, I think it's of utmost importance to really, one person could set that example, and sort of change that stigma. And, someone sees someone talking openly about their struggles, they're more likely to maybe not open up on the same level, but we could message them and say how they understand, like they'll feel sort of seen in a way,
100%.
Which I think is really important. Now, I do want to talk about us doing a radio show together, because it this is a bit of a reunion for us.
Yes, it is.
So we'll leave the mental health conversation there for now. But yeah, thank you for giving that insight.
I just wanted to say, if anyone ever needs any help, there are great services online if you don't want to see anyone, like Beyond Blue. There is Lifeline. Just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, awesome. Another radio show. Now, we'll give people a bit of an insight.
Yeah.
I started doing Hawkesbury Radio October 2020, I think. Yeah. And then had like a Monday Arvo show, then couldn't do that anymore. Oh, then I had the Wednesday night show too, sorry. And then couldn't do the Monday show, so I just really put in all the work into the Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And created Hump Day Hits. And I did it by myself and for a little bit, and I thought this is such a good show to have a co-host for. Really, really good. Like, it just felt like it was that sort of show where I felt like it was at the perfect time to have a bit of chat. It's midweek, have a bit of fun, and then I met you randomly as fuck, like at the fucking Royal, like so just before Christmas, like 2020. Yeah. And I think it might have even been Christmas Eve, actually, when I met you. I think it was.
It probably was.
Yeah. And then I heard your voice and I thought, fuck, that sounds good for radio. Like, I just heard it. And I said to you, and you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'd be keen.
Yeah.
And then you're probably thinking I wasn't going to hit you up because it was just like a drunken chat, hey.
I honestly, I was like, when I went away, I'm like, oh, that's really sad. He's probably actually not going to text me.
Yeah.
I thought you were drunk, and like everyone, when they're drunk, oh my god, we'll do this.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Never happens.
Never happens.
I've done it before.
Yeah. Literally, the amount of people I say, let's go for lunch soon, to people when I'm fucked up.
Same.
Never happens.
No.
But yeah, fucking, so anyway, but then I hit you up and you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm keen.
Yeah.
So you came in and, man, we had a good time on there. We had a really good time.
Good.
Yeah.
It was really good, really comfortable, and like, just, I don't know, it was good for my confidence.
Yeah.
To like hear my own voice.
Yeah. 100%. Like, you really learn to listen to yourself on radio, like with those headphones on.
It's
and
hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
The first few times I was like, oh, can we just like, not hear my voice? But yeah, I got used to it.
Yeah. Yeah. And we had a good time. Like, people used to come in, like sit with us on our show and shit like that.
They
like,
did. That put me under pressure a bit.
Yeah.
That put me under pressure. I was like, oh crap, like they're just sitting there and like watching us, like what do I do?
Yeah.
What do we talk about? And I was thinking, am I doing stupid stuff?
Yeah.
Am I saying like?
Well, there was a few stupid fucking things you did, but
really? I don't even remember.
Do you remember where you didn't know where like the states were in Australia?
Oh my god, I still don't.
Yeah. Do you want me to get a map up on here?
Yeah, let's do it.
Should we?
Yeah.
All right, let's.
You know, I asked no, because I don't want to say this because people are gonna think I'm dumb.
All right, we'll get it.
I'm actually really not dumb. I'm actually just not academic. So there's a difference. So I'm not.
Is there?
You know,
So you're like street smart instead.
I'm so street smart.
Yeah, you're just not good with like facts and shit.
No, definitely not.
Unless it's something you really give a shit about,
exactly,
like mental health.
Titanic as well.
I was gonna say mental health.
Oh no,
Titanic.
100%.
Titanic. What
mental
the
health
fuck?
is my number one, but the Titanic is my next. Underneath.
Titanic.
Yeah.
Like, you just know all the stats on Titanic.
I just no. I used to. So when I was 8, I used to know how many people died, how many people lived.
Oh my god. Did
like,
anyone live?
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, they got saved on life rafts and shit. Yeah.
The little boats.
Yeah.
Only 12 boats in the whole ship.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It was tiny, but the Titanic.
The Titanic was actually
like compared to boats today.
Yes, quite tiny, and people say that it was the biggest ship, and
yeah, it was at the time.
It was at the time, but now it's actually quite scary how big they can get.
Let's look at it is.
What do we map. So I asked the other day.
What am I doing?
I asked if because I don't want to say this because people are gonna think I'm dumb.
Here you go, map of Australia. Well, yeah, say it.
Chile was in America.
It is.
Oh, it is. Okay, good.
It's in South America.
Oh no, good. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not like, because I asked someone and they said no. So maybe they need to practice.
Here you go.
Their geography. No, because. Okay. Yep.
All right.
Okay.
So
I'm not looking at it. Just in case you're gonna quiz me.
No, I'm not gonna quiz you. I just want you to actually learn.
Oh, okay. No. I know all this stuff, right? So I know like.
You know where Queensland is?
Yeah.
But do you know what the capital of Queensland is? Capital city.
The capital city is Brisbane.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
New South Wales. Do you know what the capital city of New South Wales is?
Sydney.
Yeah. Thank fuck.
I was quicker with the Queensland one.
Do you know what the capital city of Victoria is?
ACT.
What?
No, that's Tasmania.
What are you talking about? The ACT is its own fucking thing.
Oh.
And that's where Canberra is.
Oh, wait, what'd you say?
What?
Victoria?
Yeah, what's the capital city of Victoria?
Capital city of Victoria. Starts with an A, doesn't it?
No.
No. Wait. Capital city of Victoria.
Where would you go down to? I'm pretty sure you've even been there.
I have?
I don't know.
Brisbane.
No. Melbourne, for fuck's sake.
Oh my god, I did go there the other week.
I thought so. What's the, yeah, you're still on. What's the capital of South Australia?
Capital of South Australia.
Capital city of South Australia.
It is...
You're getting there before.
It starts with an A.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adelaide. Yeah.
Well done.
And Perth is down here.
Yeah, in what state?
Western Australia.
Well done.
Yeah.
And what's the capital? What's the capital city of Northern Territory?
Darwin.
Yeah. Good work. You're getting better.
I'm getting look like
You are getting better.
I'm getting a bit savvier with like the states, but do you know what? In school, I didn't learn much about geography. About
You didn't do geography?
No, we did geography, but we did longitude and latitude. What's that going to help me with in life? Well, I'm going to measure up from Western Australia to South Australia and the longitude, latitude of that. That's what we did. Nothing against like teachers or anything, because I think that they were really good at teaching that subject. But I was like, what's this going to do with my life, especially if I don't know the states? You know what I mean?
Do you know what state we're in now?
Yes.
What state?
New South Wales.
Okay, good.
100%.
And what's above us?
Above us is Queensland.
All right, we'll leave the quizzing to
I
there.
was going to say New Zealand. But that's below us.
It's to the side.
No, it's not.
It's to the side.
Yeah, but like down.
Yeah,
to the side.
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
not,
different.
like, right
It's
below
different
us.
fucking country.
I know.
Yeah.
It's
Okay. Good.
separate.
Yeah.
It's its own little island.
So is Australia, really.
Yeah, actually. I saw this thing on Facebook the other day, and it was like an outline of the whole world, and it's shaped as a cat.
Right.
So if you go on Facebook, it's like there's a tail outline of this cat's ears, everything, playing with the ball.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
don't know if that's right, but
Yeah, I think that's bullshit. But
no, it probably is. But like someone just did a little thing.
like on the map of the world, like around the countries, you mean?
Yeah, like around the countries, like what
Looks like a cat.
it looks like a cat playing with the ball.
Wow.
No,
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
that's pretty cool. What was your favorite part about doing the radio show?
I think my favorite part was being able to be like an individual and come on here and say what I felt. And
Yeah.
be able to talk to someone that was like similar to me.
Yeah.
Because like
We pushed the boundaries a bit. We definitely pushed the
Yeah.
boundaries a bit
Well-
of what we could get away with at the time.
I think though that was good in a way.
100%.
Yeah, like
I felt empowered from
Oh.
doing that, you know. To sort of say what I was thinking, what I was posting as well, but to put it out there on the radio and where everyone was fucking you know, just complying to all the fucking nonsense of the world. And I just sort of, we didn't say too much. We didn't want to get in trouble, you know, but we did enough. So we put the feelers out there.
Try not to bring too much like
Controversy.
political
Yeah.
talk into it, but I mean, you can't avoid it. That's just what this whole world is.
Yeah.
Politics.
It is. And, you know, people who say, well, you know, I'm not political, that's fine to not be political, but the fact is that it runs your life, you know.
100%.
You know, those are the ones making the decisions, fucking unfortunately, sometimes.
Yeah.
But it is, like, that's how I see it. I think politics is super important, and to be politically sort of active and motivated. And, you know, when you vote, you know, unfortunately, we're in a two-party preferred system, so I don't think it makes a fucking difference who you vote for in this country, because I think they're both shit. But yeah.
There is 3 parties, right?
There's many parties.
Yeah, but 3 major ones.
Well, yeah, 3 major ones.
So
yeah.
the Greenies,
Greens, Labour,
Liberals, and Labour.
and Liberal and Nationals are a coalition.
Okay.
It is pissing down outside, by the way. I don't know if you guys can hear that on the audio, but it is pissing
We
down.
can hear it. Actually,
It's really loud, and I'm now worried that it's gonna fucking flood again.
Do you know? I really hope it doesn't.
It would be fucked if it does. God, it is bucketing down outside.
Hopefully not too many mills.
Yeah.
What?
Just how you say shit, it just cracks me up.
Like people.
Hopefully not too many meals. Who the fuck says that? Only you.
No, because the weather lady says there's chance of having like 20 mils of rain today. So I just like, no, that was a bit weird. Yeah, not too many meals.
Hopefully not too many meals. And you said it real serious too. Like obviously we don't want it to rain. Fucking God, we've had enough to last us a fucking
I
lifetime.
kind of want to get over the bridge after work tonight before it does flood because I need my tyres changed.
Yeah.
I've lost the tread.
Oh shit! And you're driving in the wet.
No, like I haven't lost all of the tread, but like I don't have the amount of tread that is suitable.
Yeah.
But you know, all you guys out there are probably gonna laugh at me because I don't know how to change a tyre.
That's all right.
But I'm trying to learn all this car stuff.
It's helpful. It's helpful.
No, definitely. And I know how to put air in my tyres.
Yeah. That's good.
No, like I thought it was really like a massive achievement.
Yeah. Well done.
Yeah, like, you know, I didn't realise it was so easy though. Just literally open it up and then you just put it on there.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Press the button.
I thought you had to full on get like a pumping thing. Just pump it. I was worried about that. I was like, oh god, what if I have to pump like air into the tyres? So no, you just have to put the thing in.
Yeah.
And it just blows up automatically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think? Obviously, you left the radio show, and then I had Banjo on, and then Billy for a bit. But They were great. They were great.
Awesome.
Yeah. Super good co-hosts. But you're the OG. And after you left, did you miss it at all? Did you feel like, God, I really want to come back?
Yeah, I really liked the chats with you and stuff like that, and I
We got into some deep shit on air.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, no, I definitely miss like having something to do on a Wednesday night that was really like funny.
Yeah.
But I guess work just got in the way. Like I couldn't afford to not work that night because it's so hard. Like you know, food, petrol, everything like that. But definitely when I do get more comfortable, like I would love to do more podcasts with you or anything like that. Yeah, like it's really fun.
Yeah, it is fun. It's good. It's fun to create something, you know, and I, you know what I miss? Like I love podcasting, but I really miss like the live aspect of a radio show and going on there and just like chatting and not saying and not remembering what you say too. You don't have to listen to it back, and you just say what you think. You'll get feedback. People will be texting on the fucking you know, the text line and stuff, or calling up and you're like, fuck, what did I just say then? Like you don't even remember.
You don't even have to edit.
Yeah, you don't have to edit. You just go in there, you say what you want, and then you fuck off. Yeah.
No, definitely. Yeah, I just think not getting you know, enough work was really hard to then juggle doing that. But other than that, it was really good.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll probably wrap it up, I reckon. But if anyone wants to, you know, give us feedback on you know, anything we've talked about today, or you know, with the mental health, especially the mental health stuff, feel free to hit you up. You know, you're the one trained in it. I'm not. I'm just chatting about it.
I'm just even saying, you know, no one has to believe, or nobody has to believe what like I say, but I just want, like you don't have to agree with me. I just like to just make it aware that it's okay to talk about it.
Yeah, 100%. And who knows, we might even do a radio show together again one day. Maybe. Maybe.
No,
I'm fucking so busy. Honestly, I can't do it. I had to
so
finish
busy.
and like not living in the Hawkesbury during the week now. It's just like
crazy.
It's so much, you know. But yeah, I do miss it. It was a lot of fun, and sort of I think it gave, especially during like lockdown period and stuff like that, like it gave us an outlet to get out of that bullshit for a bit and just have fun, you know. And you know, we talked about it a little bit on air, but a lot of the time we wouldn't mention it, and it was just such a nice escape, I think. And to just listen to good music and have full control over that, and chat about whatever we wanted to chat about. We never planned anything, by the way. Never planned anything.
I think some people think it was scripted.
Yeah, no, definitely wasn't fucking scripted.
Definitely wasn't scripted.
I don't even plan anything for a fucking podcast.
I don't even plan.
I plan like some topics I want to talk about.
My day to day.
Yeah. Yeah, like we would be fucked to sit there and go, we want to talk about this at this time and then play this song.
Ruby will say this, Matty will say this.
Yeah, like let's just fucking get on there and have a good time. And it was a lot of fun. And and then obviously with banjo as well, like that was so much fun, and that was during like the big lockdown too, when we did it together, and it was such a nice, like, you know, escape from doing nothing fucking for however many months, and which was fucked.
Hard on the mental health.
100%. And actually that's another thing we'll quickly touch on before we wrap up, but do you think what the events of the last 2 years have really had a huge impact upon mental health, not only in this country but throughout the world?
Well, if you look at the statistics, and this is statistically speaking, not me just speaking, more people have died by suicide. Because you can die from COVID, but not of COVID, most of the cases.
Yeah, like die with COVID, you mean?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, die with COVID, but not of.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Like some people do.
Yeah, but most cases, it's...
But I think a lot of people were in hospital for, you know... I don't want to say too much. I don't want to get us banned on YouTube again.
Did you get banned?
Yeah, it's only because I've got a fucking strike on my account at the moment, so they'll shut me completely down. I don't actually give a fuck. If that happens, I'll just go Spotify only. Fuck YouTube. But, yeah, I don't really care. But I just wanted to... No, I didn't mean let's not talk about it. I meant, like, let's make that clear of what your point was.
But definitely I agree with it affect a lot of people's mental health, and it's still taking a toll on mental health services today because they are so overloaded with people that are feeling that, like, they're suicidal and there's not enough workers to help. And
coming out of then, you know, COVID now, it's not so much the lockdown and stuff, it's the financial strain now of not only businesses but of just everyday people trying to get by in life. You know, like the fucking cost of living is through the fucking roof at the moment. It's crazy how much it costs to just get basic necessities in life now. Like, and that's all most people can afford now, is just what they need to survive. There's no extra fucking spending money.
No.
You know? And I think people are price gouging as well. I think people are taking the piss, really, with some of the prices of items.
Yeah. No.
Because they're way above current inflation.
Yeah.
You know? And I think people are using it as an excuse to just jack up their prices. And if you're a big corporation and you're doing that, sincerely, go fuck yourself, is all I can say, because it's fucking ridiculous.
It's making it hard for people, to survive.
And and you know, then we have our fucking PM running around giving hundreds of millions of dollars out to all these other countries. It's like, look after your own fucking backyard first, mate. You know, that's how I see it anyway.
Yeah, no, I can see where you're coming from, definitely.
And the reason I'm talking about this is because it goes hand in hand with mental health. And I think, if people are struggling financially, and no matter how hard they work, no matter if they have a second or third job and they fucking hardly ever see their kids and that, it's still not enough to live a good life anymore. You know, it's still not enough to get ahead.
No.
And yeah, that's how I see it. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, we'll leave it there. But thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you for having me on the show.
And hopefully this was a bit of, obviously we talked about
My
some
hands are
serious
so
stuff.
cold.
Yeah.
I'm so I can't deal with this weather.
We need summer. We need summer.
Yeah.
Big time. Yeah. Yeah. That'll add to good mental health too. Some nice weather.
Sun.
Yeah. Some sunshine and fucking go out and sunbake and go to the
Exactly.
beach and yeah, have a good time. But no, thank you for coming in and thank you for being open about that.
It's all right. Yeah.
And talking about it. And I think it's important, especially with things, you know, especially this community has faced in the past, you know, this year and the past couple of years. You know, I think it's important to really talk about it. And just start conversation. You know, obviously we're not going to talk about absolutely everything to do with mental health, but I hope the conversation that we had hopefully spark some conversations with other people and we can continue that throughout the community. And yeah.
I really hope so.
Yeah. And then obviously we talked about the radio because everyone needs a bit of comic relief and yeah.
Good time, definitely.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, thank you very much and you're welcome on anytime.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And remember guys, speak free with Matty G.